guys, welcome back to the Motivational Drive. I'm going to talk today about people that hold you back. So I got really bad news about that. It's always going to be usually, I shouldn't say always, it's usually going to be the people that love you the most. So we're finding out right now that most of the people that hold us back are going to be the people that love us the most. That's kind of terrible, right? But we're going to talk about why. So, I've talked a lot about limiting beliefs, and people set a limit to how much they believe they can achieve. So, what happens as a byproduct of that is when you pick a limit that you believe you can't achieve past that, you think that you're pretty capable. We all think, usually we think that we're pretty capable, so we think if we couldn't do something beyond that limit, how could somebody else we know go beyond that limit? And so your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your best friends, they have limits in their mind already set for how high they can achieve. And when you go to them and you say, hey, I want to achieve something way up here, they don't think you can do it. And it's not because they don't believe in you. It's just because they don't think that they could do it. And so what they'll do is they'll say, I don't know, that's pretty tough. Maybe you should do X, Y, Z, something different that they think you can achieve, right? So, a personal story for me is that I've always been a salesman, an entrepreneur. I've always been comfortable to work first and take my paycheck home later. Meaning, you know, if you don't get a sale as a salesman, you might not get a paycheck that week. But if you have 50 sales that week, your paycheck might be absolutely astonishing that week, right? So I've never personally, this is just my thing, I've never personally believed in taking a fixed rate for the work that you do. Meaning if you put in so many hours, you'll get so many dollars. I've always wanted it to be where if I put in X amount of really good hours, then I could make way more than if I didn't do anything for those hours. That way, the more hard work I do, the more I achieve, the more money I make. Now, that's always been something that I've believed in. But my dad was a much more pragmatic man. He didn't really believe in doing that. He believed in going to find a 9-to-5 job, get that steady paycheck where you trade your time for your money, and then on the side, do the things that the money's not guaranteed. But he never believed in doing the thing as a primary thing if you didn't get your money guaranteed. Now, it just doesn't resonate with me that way, and I never could do that. But me and my dad were very close. And my dad got sick a couple of years ago, and he had terminal brain cancer. So I moved in with him to take care of him. And we had a lot of conversations during that time while I was taking care of him. And, you know, now here's my dad, he's dying. And he's still telling me advice that he really wants me to just go get a job after, you know, I took care of him. He wanted me, once I get back into the workplace, he wanted me to play it safe again. And, you know, this is my dad. I love him with all my heart, and he's dying, and he's asking me to do something. And how many people would want to say yes to honor him or to make him feel better or whatever? But because I know who I am and because I know my nature, even when he was in that state, I had to tell him, Dad, I have to follow who I am. I have to follow my passion, and I have to go out there and look for those kind of jobs because that's where I thrive. And so my dad passed away. He had, like I said, it was brain cancer. He didn't live for more than 3.5 months after I was taking care of him. And I had to go back into the work field. So I go back into the workplace, and my first job is a sales job. So I take the exact kind of job he had asked me not to take, or at least warned me about. And now it's a sales job. I've done sales forever. I feel good about it. And I show up to work and they hire me the whole nine. So they hired a whole bunch of really young people. And I've done sales training for years, not just sales. So I'm taking all these new young people under my wing and I'm telling them what they can do and how they can make sales and ways they can improve and blah, blah, blah. Well, there was a month-long training in this program that I joined, this company I joined. So you don't really get out on the sales floor for about a month. So during this month, I'm filling their heads with how awesome I am and how they got to listen to this trick and that trick. It'll make them more sales, blah, blah, blah. And then we get on the sales floor and all the new guys are crushing it. They're sales one after another, and I can't get a sale. And I drove an hour away from my house, an hour and 10 minutes, just to get to work. I picked a job that was far away. And so now I'm driving an hour and 10 minutes every day. I've done it for a month, and now when it's time for the real stuff to come on board, I can't make any sales. So I'm struggling, and every day I'm going back and forth, not selling anything. And the new guys keep selling, and it's embarrassing. And every day I'm driving home, and I can hear my dad, who just passed away, in my ear saying, Joe, when are you going to listen to me? When are you going to take that 9 to 5? When are you going to stop it with these sales jobs? And every day I could hear him on my way back home, and it felt like failure. And every day I'd get up and I'd drive that hour distance, and I knew that that day was my day, and I wouldn't get another sale. And I'd have to drive home again and hear my dad again in my ear telling me that I'm following the wrong dream, but I knew it was my dream. And so I stuck with it, and I decided that I wasn't going to quit. And it took me 33 people that I saw before I finally got a sale. But I never quit. I never stopped. I kept going because I knew it was who I was, and I knew it was who I am. And I knew that if I quit, that's not the guy I am. And I knew if I took a 9 to 5, that that's not the guy I am. So I stuck with it. And by the end of the year, not that year, I started in August, but if you go August to another year, that full year, I made more than anybody else in the same position in that branch of the company. I had more sales than anybody else. Once it clicked for me, and I think I had to get over the trauma of just recently losing my father. I think that was really eating me up inside a lot. And I think, that was just on my psyche. But as soon as the dam broke, it was a floodgate. I got sale after sale after sale. It became easy. I wasn't embarrassed anymore because all the people I told that I was awesome, they saw me come into my own. They saw me shine. They saw the results that I knew I could achieve. And so when you're talking to people and you're getting advice about what you should do or where you should go in life, if they love you and they're close to you, they're going to tell you the safer plays. They're going to tell you the things that they think that you can achieve. But I'm here to tell you, you can achieve a whole lot more than that. So don't listen to your family and your friends when they tell you they don't think you can do something. Listen to your heart. Do you know you can do it? If so, block that out. Don't listen to anything they say. Get in there and just make it happen. So, this is Joe on the Motivational Drive. Don't let people put their limiting beliefs on you is the key to today. And no matter what the circumstances. Trust me when I tell you I love my dad. I wanted to heed his advice, but I knew it wasn't right for me. And if you get into that situation again in your life, follow your heart, trust your heart, and I know you can do it. Have a great day, and subscribe, notify, share, like, do all that stuff I ask you every day, and it really helps me out, so I appreciate it. Take care, guys.